Right now at 5:30, the countdown to the launch of legal sports betting in North Carolina is on. The state finally clearing some of the biggest hurdles in the rollout. But as the timeline comes into focus, more eyes are going toward problems other states are facing. Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us now.
All right, so Khalif, explain this to us, because right now casino companies are challenging a Florida law that gives the Seminole tribe exclusive rights right now to online sports gambling here in the state of North Carolina.
Well, the issue is that it's the way the law was implemented.
And Florida also.
Right. The law was implemented by a vote, and it was a constitutional amendment that gave the voters the right to determine if they could even allow sports betting, who could do it, where could it be. What ended up happening is that the governor, like you said, in Florida, Governor DeSantis, decided that we can give it exclusively to the Seminole tribe as opposed to voters making the decision. And folks are pushing back and saying, well, if you're going to allow it, A, how come voters didn't do it? And B, how come you didn't allow these other companies to get access to this millions, potentially billions of dollars that they could be getting with sports betting? And so North Carolina will face similar pushbacks as well. So I would say that that's something that I would potentially be watching for sure as the year goes forward.
You're watching a number of potential lawsuits outside of sports betting. There's been so much focus and lawsuits involving the NCAA. I know name, image, likeness is a huge one. I talked to a father today whose son is looking at that and trying to figure out how maybe they could capitalize on it.
I wish that they had that out when I was in school. That name, image, and likeness in high school, going into college, there's a potential to make money where you don't even have to be a professional. But I'm looking at a couple cases for sure. You got trans rights cases that are across the country that are popping up. You have a number of race-based cases with the NFL coaches that have sued the league, and sports writers have a lawsuit that's connected to that. But my two ones that I'm probably looking at more than anything else is the Dartmouth case. Those athletes are attempting to become categorized as employees. And the university pushed back and said, no, you guys are clearly students, period, nothing else. Your performance, or your pay, I should say, is not connected to your performance. And so that's a major one because it's going before the National Labor Relations Board. I've argued before them. I've helped organizations become certified as certified labor relations boards. And that type of process is a hard process. So for these Ivy League educated student athletes, I can applaud them for going through that process.
Did I read with that one, are they trying to unionize? Is that
what
Dartmouth is trying to do? That's an interesting aspect to that as well.
They are. I mean, this kind of all started prior to that whole NIL thing starting. And so you have to take it all the way back to the UCLA brothers, the O'Bannon brothers, suing EA Sports for using their name, image, and likeness for getting us to where we are today. But an alternate path of that was saying, I want to just be an employee where you have to pay me. The last case that I'm looking at is an NIL case where they're saying if they can look back for back pay, this could cripple the NCAA.
Oh, yeah.
The potential is $1.8 billion. The NCAA doesn't make that type of money. While these individual colleges may, they don't.
I just was wondering, I mean, I don't know if you can chime in on this, but the tax benefit that they might see of what they're getting around, if that was maybe an incentive for going in a different direction.
It would be, but
because the taxes are going to be way higher, but I don't know if students are going to really understand all that.
I think their benefit is that if I'm an employee, you'll make sure that you cut me a check just like you cut a professor and anybody else, and it guarantees that my employment status also gives me benefits as opposed to not just being able to collect money.
And some money is better than no money, I guess.
They're going to be going back to those boosters asking for more money, that's for sure.